Every Filipino doctor in our midst is a hero, with the lure of greener pastures overseas, not to mention less and less profitable opportunities for doctors in the Philippines. Serving and caring for our countrymen in our native land can now be considered a selfless sacrifice.
Since 2001, more than 6,000 doctors have left the Philippines to become registered nurses overseas. And to date, more than 40,000 Filipino nurses are already working abroad. Our medical human resource is fast being absorbed not only by traditional medicine frontiers like US and Europe, but other countries that have signified their intention to hire Filipinos by the thousands as well. Canada, Bahrain, Finland, New Zealand, and Australia, to name a few. Currently, with doctors living at a rate of 1,200 a year, we are left with only one doctor for every 28,000 Filipinos. The towns that are doctorless are increasing in number day after day. But it's never too late. Amidst the ongoing diaspora, the Junior Chamber International Senate of the Philippines chose not to remain a spectator and began the search for the 10 outstanding Filipino physicians, or TOFP, with the Department of Health.
But who are the JCs and JCI senators? The Junior Chamber International, or JCs, champions social justice and promotes the principle of good governance and affirms the value of human personality to serve God and man. But when a JC reaches 40 summers, he is left with no option but to bid the prestigious organization goodbye. Thanks to Sid Boxer and Philippine Pugsley, who paved the way in 1952 for committed JC members to keep on holding the torch and reach the level of victory and triumph. Thus, the JCI senatorship was organized. In fact, the first ever JCI senator was no other than Joaquin Gonzalez, a dedicated Filipino JC member. Worldwide today, the senatorship has become a coveted honor that recognizes outstanding contribution and service to JCI and its member organizations. The first JCI Senate President was businessman Aurelio Periquet, followed by 59 others until the incumbent President Carlos Co. The JCI Senate Philippines is an exclusive organization of more than 3,000 JCI senators who are trained leaders in various fields. The JCs have been known to hold a track record of launching famed awards such as the Outstanding Young Men and the Outstanding Filipino. TOFP Award was the brainchild of JCI Senator Arturo Zorbito Jr., now the incumbent JCI SP Secretary General.
I saw the wisdom of giving due recognition to our very own Filipino physician with exceptional achievements in the field of medicine who, through their calling and discipline, have remained true to their oath in providing health care to our countrymen by staying despite greener pastures abroad.
Zorbito recommended the TOFP project to 2007 National President Senen P. Kiambao. Eventually, the National Board unanimously approved it on March 31, 2007. On the same day, a Memorandum of Agreement was formally signed between DOH, represented by Secretary Duque, and JCISP in Pampanga, calling for the implementation of the TOFP. It was actually 2008 TOFP National Chairman JCI Senator Melandro T. Velasco, then TOFP Chairman for Publicity and Promotions, along with his seminary schoolmate Attorney Gonzalo T. Duque, President of the Lyceum Northwestern University, who convinced Secretary Duque to launch the project hand-in-hand with the Department of Health. JCI Senator Marciano M. Pineda, a former member of the Philippine House of Representatives, chaired the TOFP maiden search with the valuable assistance of JCI senators. And finally, on April 26, 2007, The maiden search for the outstanding Filipino physicians was officially launched at the Lung Center of the Philippines, well attended by the press and different medical factions across the country. It wasn't long after the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation, or PhilHealth, represented by President Lorna Fajardo, extended support as sponsor to TOFP.
Thanks to the JCs for thinking about this and also causing this ripple over the country to be able to recognize the valuable contribution of the Filipino physicians. And you're doing that. And you will have to continue doing this because it's a good project and it is something that people look up to.
Among TOFP's major objectives include, number 1, arresting the prevailing medical brain drain in the Philippines. Number 2, paying tribute and honor to outstanding physicians who serve their countrymen well amidst the lucrative and tempting opportunities abroad. And number 3, promoting the JC tenet that service to humanity is the best work of life, as exemplified by our Filipino physicians who render their selfless medical service in service of humanity. The maiden TOFP search brought to the table well-deserved nominations from all over the Philippines. 5 winners were chosen on the strength of their character, integrity, commitment, and dedication to the medical profession. The very first TOFP awardees were Dr. Charlotte Chong, Chief of the Section of Otology, Neurotology, Audiology, and Lateral Skull-Based Surgery at the UP Philippine General Hospital Medical Center. Dr. Enrique Ona, Executive Director of the National Kidney and Transplant Institute. Dr. Willie Ong, cardiologist, columnist, book author, TV host, and Doctors Covenant prime mover and advocate. Dr. Carmencita Padilla, established genetic services and institutionalized the newborn screening services. Dr. Eric Talens, distinguished as the first fellow in trauma surgery in the Philippines.